What's up, you guys? It's your girl Portia, also known as the Travelling Southern Belle, and thank you for tuning in. And if you can't guess by my background where I'm at, then keep watching. Because remember I said in a previous video that I wasn't going to come home until it was time for me to upgrade? Well, when Prime changed their requirements for TNT, it was 50,000 miles. It is now 30,000 miles. And I am well over 30,000 miles. Like I was like at 43,000. So yeah, I'm in Georgia. I made it to Georgia yesterday. It would have been a little early. Well, today is Sunday, okay? Because I know this video might not get posted on time, or you guys might not see it when you're supposed to see it. It's okay. But today is Sunday. I got home yesterday on Saturday. It would have been Friday. However, blame it on the shippers. But they took more than the time that they were supposed to on a simple drop-in hook. I ain't gonna complain because I made it home. And the shipper was actually 2 hours away from Atlanta. Okay, I live outside of Atlanta, but that's neither here or there. It would have been 2 hours if I drove directly to my house, but we went to the Petro by the Blue Flame. Everybody knows where that Petro is, okay? 285 right off of Bolton Road. Well, not Bolton Road, but Hollowell Road. All right. I don't know about you guys when y'all are on the road for a long time, but that first day when you come home, it's like heaven. You hear me? Like I got home at 9 a.m. Like my mom came and picked me up from the truck stop. We got home at 9:30. Well, yeah, 9:15 a.m. or whatever. And I was so glad to be home. I'm not even gonna lie. When I tell you I took a 45-minute bath, and then I took a shower right after that. I took a 3-hour nap. Like I was tired. You hear me? It felt so good to sleep in a bed that was not bouncing and bumping along the highway. When I knocked off all the pillows, and I crawled in the bed. I turned the fan on high. Like, I bundled up and I slept like a baby until my uncle came and woke me up. And, like, it took me a minute to wake up because I didn't know where I was at. I didn't know if I was at a truck stop. I didn't know what was going on. All I know is my uncle came to say hey and wake me up. So, yeah. Also, it is pollen season in Georgia, and I don't miss that. And my allergies are real bad. I call myself going outside to work out, and when I came in, I had a whole sneeze attack. Okay, like me and pollen don't get along. Okay, so keep that in mind for what I'm about to tell y'all. Okay, so me and pollen don't get along. So yeah, after my 3-hour nap, I decided to get up, run to the market. I went to Sprouts. I normally go to Whole Foods, but I decided to try out Sprouts. And I'm glad I did. Whole Foods was a little more pricey. And you really don't get discounts like that. But at Sprouts, when you sign up for the membership, you get access to, discounts. Like, yeah, Whole Foods has Amazon, so you can kind of like order and get your groceries delivered for like 10% off. But at Sprouts, like they have the member price and the regular price. And then there's like digital coupons that you can use. So I bought a lot of stuff for the low. And my low ain't everybody's low. If I can walk out the grocery store with a lot of stuff and only spend $100 and some change, I'm doing good. Because at Whole Foods, if you buy 5 items, you already done spent $80. That's just being real. Like I walked out with a couple grocery bags. So I really like that. And also they're on Instacart. So if I'm ever like in an area that has a Sprouts, I can get, groceries delivered to the truck. So yeah. The reason why I went to Sprouts is because I used to be vegetarian for a year. But when I moved home back in last March from Nashville, that kind of went out the window a little bit. That was when quarantine first popped off. And it was just a fluctuation of things to eat. So I started by eating meat then, and like I had gained weight. Like I saw that I had gained weight. And I did start back working out when I was in Nashville. I was going to CrossFit, and I was just trying to stay active because I really didn't know people there. So like I had the drive and the focus to, you know, stay working out, to keep working out. And I used to love CrossFit. It's so fun. Cause I used to play sports. So yeah. But now it's like I kind of lost that. So going vegan now, I started my diet yesterday. Going vegan will be so much better for me. I mean, I really wanted to be vegan. That was the end goal. But as a vegetarian, I didn't want to take away cheese because I love cheese. I didn't want to take away eggs. That's like a morning staple. It was the cheese and the eggs. But I found some alternatives. Like I found the Just Egg. I found some good vegan cheeses. Mayo when I make sandwiches or wraps. Like Vegenaise is delicious. Butter. I love butter. I got a vegan butter, the Earth Balance. So there really wasn't an excuse for me not to go vegan. Like, I thought of all the excuses, but it was like, no, there's alternatives, and they're actually good. So yeah, so then I bought stuff to go on the truck. That way I can maintain that healthy eating lifestyle, and cook as well. So some stuff I can put in the microwave, and some stuff I can just use an electric skillet. So I'm really excited about that. What else? I did work out today. I'm probably going to do another workout just to close my ring later on, because being outside really bothers my allergies. But the only thing as a vegan that I cannot let go is local honey. And I don't understand. I know it's an animal byproduct, the bees make it, but that is the only thing that, without having to take like Claritin or any other over-the-counter medicine. I don't like taking medicine. I'm not a big fan of medication. Well, I will take like vitamin supplements. And I get my minerals from like drinking sea moss in my smoothies, but it's the honey for me. Like bee pollen capsules and honey really helps boost my immune system for when allergy season starts in Georgia. And like, if any of my viewers are from Georgia or familiar with how spring is and the pollen count can really be high, and everything when you walk outside the next morning can be covered in complete yellow, you understand where I'm coming from. So honey really helps with my allergies. So that's the only thing that I absolutely cannot let go of is honey and bee pollen capsules. So yeah. So I guess you can't really say, if you want to be technical or you're not a real vegan, it's okay. Plant-based. Bloop. So yeah, I'm about to upgrade. I'm getting on a truck on my own. So I won't be, like when you're teaming in TNT, the truck is always moving and you don't really have time to get that workout in. So now that I'll be going solo, I'll have time to get a quick workout in if I can't get to the gym, because I do have a membership with Planet Fitness or whatever. So I bought some items. I bought a workout mat. I have a yoga mat, but the workout mat is a little thicker. I have some resistance bands. I have a weighted ball. I have a weighted jump rope. So I have like a few options to get a quick workout in. So I'm home for a couple of days, and then I leave probably like Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, because we just found out that her truck has to go in the shop tomorrow, which is Monday, because both of the check engine lights came on. going back to Springfield to upgrade. And then I will be dropping her off, my trainer, Sugar Boots. I will be dropping her off in Huntsville, Alabama, where she's from, and driving her truck for 30 days. She's going to take her a little 30-day vacation, take care of some things that she got going on at home. Nothing bad or whatever, but this is just me saying thank you. I know you've been working hard and you need some time off, so I'll work, I'll drive, as your employee while you handle things at home. And also, I'm going leave, so once her 30 days of home time is up, I'm going to go back to Springfield, lease my own truck, start my LLC, and, handle my own, start building my empire that way. Working for her as an employee is going to give me an opportunity to save some money before I have to put some money towards the whole leasing process. Not saying that I'm going to have a lot of money, but like the LLC paperwork, getting some things put on my truck. Like I already have a CB. I need to get that installed. Her friend is giving me a microwave and a toaster oven. So, I don't have to worry about purchasing a microwave, but I do want a certain type of refrigerator. It has like that separate freezer and refrigerator part. And just making sure that I have everything I need on my truck and set it up the way that I want to set it up, because it will be a home away from home, technically. So yeah. So I just want to make sure that I have my pockets padded before I jump into that whole leasing thing. And I hear a lot of people talking about that, like, yeah, it's better if you already have money flowing in before you go into leasing, because you're an entrepreneur, you never know how things work out. And you just want to make sure that, you have some money in your pocket the first couple weeks until you actually get the feel of the freight lanes. So yeah, I'm really excited about that part. My overall TNT experience, I will really say it was humbling. Oh, baby, it was humbling. Okay. For one, doing TNT through the wintertime driving was no joke. When I tell you, I think I clutched my pearls so hard. I think I built some muscles back there, my glutes. But that winter driving really pushes you out of your comfort zone. It really causes you to have to think critically. It's like in Georgia, we don't get snow. Okay, we might get black ice, we might get a little sleet here and there, but it's not something that we are acclimated into driving in. Now, when I moved to Nashville, I moved like the end of the fall, early winter. Okay, so I got used to driving in ice and snow, but it wasn't a lot, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't a lot of ice and snow, but it was there. And plus the hills and stuff like that. But doing it in a semi-truck is very different. Like, you really have to consider, is the load really that important based on the conditions of the highway, the weather, and other drivers around you? Like, a lot of times we would consider how other truck drivers was driving, and that would like help us make our decision to be like, I don't think it's worth it to get on the roads, because we already know that super truckers are going to be driving too recklessly for the road conditions. So I'm really thankful that I did get the experience during the winter, because then next winter rolls around, like, I will be comfortable with it. Like, I've drove through in a whiteout, or either I drove or she drove in a whiteout, the high winds in Wyoming with blowing snow, snow coming into the mountains in Northern California around that Mount Shasta area, high winds, and ice going from Texas to Arizona. And then as soon as you cross into Cali, it's like sunshine. Vermont, like when we did that Ben and Jerry's run, it like the wind was like really high. We was empty. The snow was like blowing to where there was no visibility. There was ice on the roads. They hadn't plowed the roads yet. And then we had to detour off the highway because there was a bad accident. Just stuff like that. But it was really humbling because not only just like driving in the wintertime, but it was humbling to be in a very small space with a total stranger. Now, yes, we did get to know each other, but like to be in that small space and you have your own personality, I have my own personality. It's like I'm low-key a loner. Like sometimes I like to be alone. Like I like to eat my lunch or my breakfast or my dinner alone. You know, that's the time that, you know, I get my thoughts together, process how I want my day to go, you know, assessing my energy. But then to be on the truck with somebody in a small space, you got to assess their energy. You have to, you know, when they're down, you got to try to be that higher vibration. And when you're down, you try to not to like lower their vibration or whatever. So, whew. And then not having like, I had to sleep on that top bunk when we were stopped, you know, snuggled up to my suitcase because she had her 2 containers of jewelry because she sold jewelry as well. It's just a lot or whatever to readjust to. Like when I was younger, all the way up to middle school, I shared a room with my little sister or whatever, but we had space. You know, we had like 2 beds, but in a truck, you're sleeping on top of each other in a like bunk bed style, but it's very, very small space. So yeah. But it also, for somehow the universe paired us together. I learned a lot from her, not just trucking, but I learned a lot of, like we had those deep life conversations. So I was able to confide in her about stuff and, you know, vice versa. But it really helped to have somebody that you can really talk to in order to make it through the journey, the process. Now, some stuff I really didn't talk a lot. And yes, because we were alike, we bumped heads sometimes. But you're in a small space, you're with them 24/7. You're gonna like have a moment or two where you're gonna disagree. And we were able to, you know, after the moment passed, we were able to, you know, talk about why we bumped heads or what we didn't agree on. And that's gonna be in my next video about how to survive your trainer, how to survive TNT and not get kicked off of your trainer's trucks, because I hear a lot of stories about how people get kicked off and they have to find another trainer, or it just doesn't work with their trainer that they're with, that they're paired with. And that's totally understandable. But yeah. I like I said, very humbling experience. I had fun. I saw a lot of stuff that I never would have saw. Like I travel anyways, but I always fly. And like a lot of stuff that I saw while we were driving, you don't really necessarily see it, or you don't pay attention when you're flying over it. And the stuff that I saw made me really appreciate the bigger picture. And I said that in one of my reflections of the journey videos, is like, we're always planning, but we never really enjoy the moment. So I learned a lot of stuff about myself, you know, while on the road. So I really appreciate, especially like at the phase that I'm in my life, I really appreciate it. You know, the whole TNT phase. And now I'm ready for the next chapter where I can really just be on the road in solitude, you know, enjoying everything for what it is and where I will be in that moment. and just, you know, making it for what it is. Like, I'm not, yeah, I want to make money, but I'm not in it for the money. Like, yeah, I want to build stability, but I'm not just like thinking about, oh, I gotta, you know, I'm not thinking too deep into it. I'm in it for the journey, not just focusing on the destination. Hopefully that makes sense. But that's all I have. I don't want to make this video too long, but thank you for tuning in to the Traveling Southern Belle, and I'll see y'all on the next video.